remember. I remember from our first session and last time, the tie.
Mm-hmm.
That. And then I also remember that what really helped me was I was leaning one way a little bit more than the other. I can't remember. I think it was this way a little bit.
Okay.
And that helped a lot.
Cool.
If I'm hitting any, it's always going into the trees, so I know I need to like go more this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like it. It's lots of stuff. What's your target?
That stick straight ahead.
Okay, awesome. The checkered one. Is Paul out here playing today?
Yeah, he's at the paintbrush right now.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. So pretty common. It's going that way. Talk a little bit about kind of like your hands. I think it's going to be a hands thing. So stand right here for me. So when you're coming into the golf ball in the downswing, we're kind of getting the club head to almost pass the hands too early. And I want to see what we can do about using your hands to keep the club head back that way as you come into the golf ball. So hold it out like that for me. Okay, we're going to feel as though in the downswing that we twist the club. Yeah, that's right. So it's going to go from the top of the swing, feeling as though you can twist the club allows you to feel like that this keeps pulling all the way through. So instead of the club coming back to the ball leaning like that, it's going to come back to the ball hitting this way. So we could actually start feeling as though that this goes forward, right? And we almost leave the club head behind our hands and go back here through there. Okay, just to get a feeling of what that's like. So that's not a big shot, right? I'm trying to hit it maybe 30 or 40 yards, hands ahead, leave my wrists in that weird feeling of a bend and back and through. Okay, just to get the sense of what the hands are going to be like. Because I want it to feel like if this is our setup, and I'll do it up here like T-ball, right? That we somehow get the club head behind our hands using our wrists, and then it stays that way. Right? So even if I were to hit a shot at you, which I'm not going to, right? And I come through like that, see how the club head is still to the right of my hands? Or this view is to the back of my hands? Or from this view, it's to the right or behind my hands, right? It's almost like we need to go here, lock it in, and then turn through the target that way. Make sense?
Yeah.
You're a wizard. Keep going. So hold it here. Okay, so club face is going to be straight, but it's going to be leaning forward. And now turn the glove a little more this way so you can see some FJ or some rooster like we used to have.
Yeah.
Okay, just like that. Awesome.
It's almost like when the wrist is coming down, keep it as I don't want to say locked, but kind of like that.
Yeah, it's like bent backwards to keep the club away from the ball instead of using the hands to put the club into the ball.
It's more like you're going back to your body.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yes. Not bad. You pick this up pretty quickly, like it's like you're doing it way differently than you did 5 minutes ago. Yeah, you're doing great.
I just need to get out of practice.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for that.
And it doesn't need to be long practice, right? Like 20 minutes a couple times a week's pretty good. But, you know, if you try to block off like an hour and a half in your calendar, it becomes too much of an event.
Exactly.
You know, like if this was fitness, I'm just asking you to do like 20 push-ups a day.
I always use the excuse of, oh, it's like far to drive or whatever.
Mhm.
But I know it's not a good range, but the docks during
Yeah.
the week is like 5 minutes from my house.
Perfect.
So it's really good.
Yeah. And just like a small bucket of balls, one golf club, you don't need your whole bag,
Yeah.
and just kind of hit balls and go home
Yeah,
and go back to your day.
Exactly. I'm going to commit to that.
Really good. Not bad. So if the hands are putting the club head to our right,
Yeah.
okay, way over here, if I leave my hand there, that's the club face. In order to get the club face to the ball, we got to turn to get there.
Yeah.
Right? So that's where it's important to really feel as though the timing or the sequence is that it's body before club head. And it almost feels like that, you know, that at the moment of impact that I'm hitting the ball off of my side, not off of my front.
Yes, you turn for that.
That's right. Good job. Good job. Way to go.
Yeah, that felt different.
Cool. So this is kind of like this is the big exercise for today. This is going to be like the most technical we're going to get.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tweak it as we go through the bag, but I want to hit a lot of drivers today. That's the big one. And we got 3 wood, well, they all say 3, so there's got to be something else in here. Where does it say the loft? That one still has a sticker on it, so we're going to use this one today. See, you've hit it a couple times, but let's get the sticker off so we can hit the club face. So driver and this one, because this is the one I think that when, you know, out of all these clubs, I wouldn't be surprised if this one goes the farthest out of these 4, because it's got more angle on it, so it'll go up in the air more. So like when you get out to play golf, it'll be driver and then this one, right? So those 2 are going to be important for us today. So Rotate back and forth between whichever your favorite iron is, this one and the driver, and let's just keep building on the idea that it has to go back with the wrists and forward with the body. And we don't want to feel as though, unless it's the driver, because it's not on the ground, this only happens with the driver, that we put the driver head back to where the hands are.
Okay. Otherwise,
Keep them back, yeah. And some of these shots today might feel like it's a shorter finish, like we're not going through as far, but I think that like your finish position's perfect. Like you're always facing here, your club's always up like that. It's really, really good. So let's just try and feel like you can do this at a slower speed to make sure that we can keep that club head from the finish point of view is going to be the grip is more left than the club head, not the opposite way, right? And just little shots trying to feel like you can get right into your finish this way. Okay, cool.
for this one, for the ball height, like I know with the driver, we want it to be higher than the driver.
So the driver's the highest, all the other ones are the same, just a little bit off the ground. All good? Good ball position, I like it. Good. And so if the arms and club get to the finish position at the same time as the body, that normally leads to the club hitting the top of the ball. I want it to feel like the body gets there first and then the arms kind of whip afterwards, right? So that goes along the same line of, taking it in the backswing and trying not to get the club head back to the ball so soon, because if it did, then it's going to pass your body and your arms are going to get over here before your body gets there. So it's kind of a when things happen, not so much of what you're doing. I think like mechanically you're doing it great. If I could just try and find a way to put the club like one tick back more of your body each time, right? Absolutely. Okay, you got a good idea. Good. Okay, so hands back a little bit this way. Yep, there you go. And that might feel like it balances you out 50-50 on your feet. Okay. make a backswing for me and hold it at the top, but keep your eye on the ball. Okay, hold it here. Don't watch this. Okay, start again. So same type of deal. Feel like you lift it up or higher or longer. I'm not sure the word we're going to use yet. Good job. Yep, I like it. As long as you feel like it's just a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Ooh, okay. More whip there. One more time. Okay. So hold the club out here like this. Okay, now make a backswing. Like it's T-ball. Good. And then swing through. All right, one more time. So take it back like T-ball. Okay, and now we're going to do something here. So start swinging through. All right, now if your arms stop, where does the club keep going? So keep going. Go ahead and hit me with your arms. Yeah, good. The arms stop, the club keeps going. That's what's going to straighten it up. So we have to find a way with this club.
Okay.
I think the longer the club, the more this is showing up, that you have to use your hands to let the club go this way. But if you're holding onto it too tight and it's locking up your wrists, then what happens is the grip keeps going and now the club points out to the right.
Yes.
So you can still hit it solid that way. It's just that that's where the club's now pointed.
Yes.
And so this is where something that you can do to kind of accelerate, your game and your ball striking is by every now and then just practice swinging as hard as you can without a ball.
Yeah.
Just swing the club as hard as you can, as fast as you can a few times. Take a break, do it again. You're going to learn more about yourself and your feels doing that than any lesson, right? There's a whole system out there right now called the stack system. It's a big long stick with a bunch of interchangeable weights on the end, and all they do is get you to swing. And you swing fast, you change the weight, so you go heavy and then light, and it changes things up. But like all of a sudden, after a month, you videotape the person's swing who has no swing instruction other than swing a stick fast. The swing changes, it gets faster, the player has all these new feels, and like I can't tell you what to feel, because if I did, I'd be like, hey, happy, right? And that'd be a billion, So it's like we want to try and find a way to, to get the speed, but your own way. And the idea that, hey, I'm just going to learn it slow, and then once I get it slow, then I'll learn it fast. We can't, because what you're trying to learn is how to deal with the forces and all the sciencey stuff that comes with trying to move fast, right? All of those extra things, like, you're never going to find unless you go fast.
And that's what I was trying to do. Like, I'll do it slow until I get good, and then I'll go fast.
Right. So like if we kind of talk about the golf swing like people train to run, like if I was trying to run faster, I would run with a parachute to make it slower so it's harder on me, but I'd also run straight down the hill as light as I could, and it forces my legs to go faster. So there's lots of stuff that we learn and we get by just swinging fast. And so if you've got room at home to, outside somewhere, grab one golf club and go out there and kind of feel like you're doing, 5 sets of 5 swings as hard as you can do it. And then take a break for 2 minutes, like it's a workout, right? And then get back to it and 5 swings as hard as you can. Not worried about anything other than how fast can I move this stick.
Okay, I like that. Okay.
And that's how I learned to play, really. Like, at my golf course growing up, our head pro didn't really like kids. and the 12 or 15 juniors, we were there all day, every day. So now that I'm older, I totally can understand where he came from, but he wouldn't give us lessons. Like there were no lessons in Ottawa in the mid 90s. You just couldn't do it. So like I basically took an old golf club and I wrapped it up with the heaviest stuff I could find in my dad's workshop. And I would sit there and swing that all day. And I'd feel this big heavy thing and I'd try and drag it and swing it. And then I'd grab my own golf club. It'd be so much lighter. It's like, wow, this is easy. But not only did it teach me speed, it taught me to feel where the club head was. So those practice swings can be great. And if you want to really like take it to a level 2, you take 2 of your irons and you hold them together and then you make swings as fast as you can, holding both of them. Weigh it down. Yeah. So yeah, I would say that the biggest thing that you can do, because obviously going to the driving range takes time, you have to drive, costs money, all those 3 things, just grab a golf club, find a space to do it, and just go and swing. Like walk down to the beach and go to the beach and do it. So now you can actually see where the club's hitting the ground and the sand can go, right? As long as you don't hit golf balls, no one's going to arrest you. So like, go ahead and do that. Just lots of speed. Yeah, that's amazing. Like that speed produced so much better looking mechanics. And if I pushed pause on the video on that one, it would look even better. And all you tried to do is swing it harder. Come on, that was way better. Okay, so, and this is kind of where the more that I tell you what to do, the slower you're going to move, right? You tell a runner that they need to bend their knees more, and it's going to be like, it's going to slow them down. They're going to trip. So let's just think of the speed of all this, you know, in and amongst some of the other stuff I mentioned, like take it back a little higher. But I mean, the higher you take it back, the farther and faster you can swing it. So what I'm seeing with this stack system thing I was talking about was that the players that I have using it are lengthening out their swings without me even having to say anything. They're learning how to keep that big heavy thing behind their turn because they know they're trying to swing it fast. So kind of a cool idea. Okay, awesome. And so maybe a couple with that one and then a couple with the driver and go back and forth because this is the one that we hit the fastest. So with what we're doing. Hey, cool. Yeah, that was great. I mean, curved the opposite direction. Get some drivers. Let's see this one. Thank you. Okay, so feet a little more this way. So the ball's almost right in front of your big toe and your front foot.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Good. And that would be the lowest we'd want to tee it. Sometimes you'd want to tee it higher. You're swinging so much differently right now. I want to watch a few. Okay. Awesome sound.
Yeah, it's the speed thing. Speed really helps. I think like
I'm hoping that it kind of frees up your ideas a little bit. Like it's not so thoughtful to make this happen.
yeah. It's starting to. I'm trying to let it.
Okay, good. Up, more on the back. Up, yep. But I love how much energy you're putting into this, how much faster it's going. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, I felt better.
So if it gets too much around you on this side, then when you swing through, that's what's going to make it hit the ground, which is kind of weird, I know, because the more you lift it up, it feels like, well, now I'm going to hit the ground even harder. But we need to get, if you have your arms doing a merry-go-round as your body does the merry-go-round, there's too much around you and not enough up and down.
I'm doing instead of going higher, I'm going just back more.
Yeah. So the arms want to feel like they go up and down as the body turns. And so that makes it look like it's on some angle.
Yeah.
So up, high with the hands. That's it.
More like this?
Yep. I would say the highest you feel like you can take it today.
Yeah? Okay.
Not bad at all. Way to go.
That felt different in France.
And so when you finished your swing, instead of having the arms and club in a straight line, you had the arms out and the club up.
Yeah.
Okay. So highest hands, more speed, those go together, and then the flick at the bottom is the new piece. Yep. Whoa! Game changer.
Yeah.
Way to go. Way to go. That's awesome. So let's just hit drivers for the next, say, 30 minutes and just see like how well you can hit them. Get comfortable with them.